Nearly 34% of Idahoans report symptoms of anxiety and or depression, which is above the national average of 32%, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation. In today's Mental Health Monday, Local News 8's Kaylee Galaviz helps define what depression really is.
Depression and anxiety oftentimes get linked together, but that's not always the case. They can each stand alone. The Mayo Clinic describes depression as a mood disorder that brings persistent feelings of sadness and loss of interest.
If you think about the word depressed, it means to subdue. And so for some people, depression is an adaptive response in their brain. They've done too much for too long, or they've had too much hurt for too long, and so the brain just kind of wants to stagnate.
There are many potential causes, including stress, traumatic events, loneliness, substance use, and it can even be genetic.
If your parents had more stress, you're going to be more prone to depression because their brains were and their genetic material was shifted in that direction.
But it can be difficult to tell if you have the genetic material that causes depression.
So many of those genes are turned on by our environmental experiences. However, if you have a history of family depression and if you have symptoms of depression, you could be in the group that's more prone to depression.
Those symptoms including hopelessness, irritability, loss of interest, sleep disturbances, appetite changes, and more. And there can be many forms of depression, from mild to severe.
We're looking at a whole body response, not just our thoughts.
But just like any mental disorder, there are ways to improve. With the help of their doctor, some choose to take medicine. Others may choose natural routes like exercising, socializing, and enjoying a healthy diet.
To get through depression, you've really got to boss your brain back and tell your brain, I know that this doesn't feel good to do all these things that I don't want to do anymore, but if anything is going to change, I've got to start somewhere.
For today's Mental Health Monday, Kaylee Galaviz, Local News 8.
So if you think you may feel depressed, consult with your healthcare provider.